Hello, and what is going on, everybody? It's Eternal here, and today I'm going to be going through my current Nightmare campaign farmer. Now, I've only literally just got this guy going, and it's Ithos, of course, can't even say his name. I've done a video on him, how he can be really amazing in Arena, and that's still true. So this is kind of like a mini guide. I'm not going to say it's a full-on guide. I kind of needed to revisit Ithos as well, but you can see, if we go into back here, this is Nightmare difficulty down here. I don't even know if you can see me. I think I'm in the way. Overhide me. Nightmare, as you can see. Now, he does it pretty well, and he does it pretty fast. He's a very hard hitter, but as you can see, you just make him hit really hard. He'll run through this place with pretty much no difficulty once you've got the right gear requirements and the right stats. Now, if your stats aren't high enough, you are going to struggle. See, I'm having a little bit of difficulty there. That extinguished life, perfect. So that is kind of a perfect run. Pretty much, as good as you can get. So it's a sub 30-second run, which is absolutely fantastic for Nightmare, because you get quite a lot more experience. And it also allows you to burn through, as I found out in the Skull Crusher tournament that we just had. Nightmare versus Brutal, you're going to get a lot more points in Nightmare. So I didn't actually win that, unfortunately, and get the Skull Crusher, which would have been amazing. But I did manage to put together a Nightmare campaign farmer, which is Ithos. Which was, in a way, that was a big game, because now I can food farm on Nightmare versus Brutal, which is just a lot faster. It's actually more efficient as well. Whilst you don't get the mystery shards, as far as I'm aware, it's still very good, because if you need to make a lot of points in a short amount of time, or you just want to get the event done, burn through your energy, it's better to do it on Nightmare versus Brutal. Brutal has the advantage of being a little bit better for silver, I think, and also you get mystery shards. So if you need mystery shards, you can obviously get them there. But like I said, if you just want to blast through your energy, Nightmare campaign is the one to farm. Now, I've just talked about Nightmare campaign. I'll show you Arena now. We've got the Tag Team Arena opening soon, so just done the update for that, but we can't actually get into there yet. Now, if I refresh first and pick out a team, I could probably beat maybe this, or maybe no, 208k. I don't know. And they've simplified, so they haven't got the. Okay, so that's another update. So I've actually got Ithos in my team at the moment. I'm kind of going for the standard, well, the fast kind of nukey team. So as long as I go first, I've got Shazar hitting like a beast as well. So let's see now. Let's see Ithos. Let's see what he does. It's still pretty good, because with the defense up there from Seeker, still hitting it incredibly hard. So actually quite happy with that. You go do your thing. Do your thing, Shazar. Now Shazar's equally geared out pretty well at the moment, just to land those absolutely massive hits. As you can see, Ithos he hits like a truck. So what I've actually done is I've ensured that his crit rate is up to 100%. So even on his A2, his what's it called? What's it called? Outburst. There we go. He's actually hitting incredibly hard. So not just relying on his extinguished life, which is always a critical. And look, I haven't even got the cooldowns done for this ability, as well as the extra damage. So he still has more potential. But I did manage to book out his A2, which is really needed if you are going to use him on Nightmare campaign. I found without this he was struggling a little bit, just because bringing it down to a 3, bringing that cooldown down is pretty huge, as well as boosting the damage by the 25% is a lot. So I've talked about gearing him and stuff like that briefly. I've mentioned. Now, what do his stats actually look like? So you need 100% crit rate, and then you're going to need at least 220, maybe even 230 might be the kind of the cusp, really. So you need the 100% crit, about 230 crit upwards. The higher you go, the better. And then lots of speed. You need over 200 speed. I think maybe even higher than 205. You're going to have to play with the stats a little bit, and then as much attack as you can get. Much attack. I tried running attack boots on him. I wasn't getting enough there, so Went back to speed. So in terms of the sets I'm using, to get the speed requirements, you could just go full speed sets. As long as your stats are what you're looking, what you need. So it's like attack, crit damage, and then, going for making that 100% crit, improving the crit damage, and getting the right speed and more attack, basically. So that's the kind of angle and the kind of way you build him. In terms of masteries, nothing crazy. I picked up Helm Smasher. I like Helm Smasher. I've used it on my Cold Hearts as well. Works really well on Ithos. So just kind of gone for a bit of a, shield, speed boosting, reduced cooldown, things like that, extra damage. But Helm Smasher is really the key there. Although the Blood Shield does help on Nightmare Campaign. So it got Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster heals the champion by 10% of their max HP when they kill an enemy target. That's useful as well for Nightmare Campaign. Because as you saw, if we go back into Nightmare Campaign, it does get a little bit dicey. And as well, this will farm 12-6. Won't do 12-3. 12-3 on Nightmare is really tough. You can't blitz through it. Well, I can't at least. So what you will find is, more than likely, especially if you're using Ithos, 12-6 is the one you'll want to be farming. Like I said, Outburst hitting pretty hard there. Extinguished Life comes in and just wham, just cleans up. Again, Outburst. But you can see, because of the cooldown on that A3, his Extinguished Life, actually, see how this goes now, and is Outburst. So as long as on this last wave there's a little bit of an Ithwi Blood Twin or whatever his name is, he is a bit of a pain. If you don't Outburst Extinguish Life and you end up running in hitting instead, he can sometimes hit you down. Now it looks like so far this is I think it's 100% win rate, but I'm not even 100% sure on that. So it's a very high win rate at least. So I haven't run this enough so far to be like, work out if I'm failing or not. But it's this is a Nightmare Campaign farming character, which is very exciting. So do not sleep on Ithos. He is fantastic in Arena, as well as some usability in dungeons. But you'll find he's actually a Nightmare Campaign farmer, which is that's pretty cool, right? There's only a very few limited characters that can actually do it, and even fewer that can actually do it in a reasonable amount of time. But like I said, he's got, obviously hit those thresholds, those gear requirements. If you go up, you're going to find it's probably easier. And if you book him and fully book him out, you'll find he's hitting even harder, I imagine. So, yeah. Anyway, this is a really short one. I just wanted to highlight the fact that Ithos can be used, and that, he works great in Arena, as well as Nightmare Campaign. It was a little bit of a surprise to me. But let me know your thoughts. Who else are you using or having success with on Nightmare Campaign? What characters are you using? Are you trying a big gun or something like that? And if you haven't got any of these characters, you found anything else that works? But, yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.